Have you ever seen something that made you question your reality? Have you ever seen something that was so absolutely absurd you looked God in the eye and you said that cannot be possible? I hate when I see things like that, and I can't really keep things to myself. I have to let everyone know everything. It's a curse I've been blessed with because it's really good to be a YouTuber like that. So I'm just gonna show you this horrendous thing so I don't have to keep this on my chest. Thank you so much. So I have seen hands down what I think is the worst TikTok ever, and this is Black Ryan Seacrest here. I don't know who Ryan Seacrest is. I assume he's white. I have no idea. Now first, let me just show you the first thing I ever seen of our lovely gentleman here. Let's just take a look at that.
So me and this group of guys used to run trains, right? And if the group was the Jackson 5, I was kind of like the Michael Jackson of the group because, you know, I was the youngest. You know, I wanted to go solo because I felt like I was the most talented.
So yeah, I don't know if you got that. I don't know if you understood that. Let me just explain. He's talking about running trains. If you don't know what that means, a group of guys on one girl switching it out, doing the whole do. And he just compared himself to the Michael Jackson of the Jackson 5, which in of itself has bad optics, I will say that. So I can't play the rest of the video on YouTube. I think my video would get either age restricted or taken down for like explicit content because he goes into extreme detail about how they ran the trains and the whole operation and all of that. Now that visceral video is not the reason I was talking about the guy right now, because I saw that, I was like, what the fuck? I wish I'd never seen that, but hey, you do you. Consenting adults do it. Consenting adults do. That's fantastic. Live your life. Live your life. But then things on this dude's account got a little bit more sinister recently. I'll just show you what I mean.
Manipulation tactics to use on a healed individual. Now this is method 2, the being fixable method. Now where a lot of people go wrong on this is they...
Yeah, he just did a hard switch from talking about gangbangs and bukakis to talking about how to manipulate someone. Especially someone who has gotten out of a shitty relationship in the past and has now been healed from that, and how to reinitiate all that trauma. Hold on, I must have lost the plot here. How do we get from experimental sexual endeavors to how to break a human being and push them under the dirt?
Like if you're just simply scum, some of these people aren't going to want to deal with you. The key part is to know what flaws are deal breakers and what flaws aren't deal breakers. Examples, if you talk about not being loyal, that's probably going to be a deal breaker. But if you talk about struggling with communication, it probably won't be. But the real key part with these flaws is to mention that you have them, but never actually show that you have them.
I know that was a lot just thrown at you, but that's detailed. Now, I don't know if he's used it. I don't know the whole situation, but it sounds legit enough to work in an actual relationship. You tell someone you have an issue, but you never show it to be an issue, so they just imagine that you're hard on yourself, and then in this process, you love bomb them pretty hard, so then they get attached to you, and then just in the future, you can slowly start to boom, 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 fuck them over. I mean, shit. Yeah, if you want to fuck up a human being, sure. Now, this video has 148,000 likes and 43.5 thousand saves. Hey, I don't know if I have to say this and just spell it out for people. That's not good. Now, who knows the amount of people who will use this information to fuck over someone. But hey, regardless, even if it's one person, why would you share that information for clout? But hey, he has a manipulation disclaimer where we can see the fine print of the whole operation.
All right, y'all, this is me taking accountability, me making a little bit of a disclaimer because I always forget that people can't read my mind for some reason. I do not condone the harming of anybody in any way. I feel like everyone should love each other.
Okay, yeah, sure, nice sentiment. First of all, then why is you giving motherfuckers tools to not love people, to break them and destroy them? I just don't see how those two goals align. Secondly, he never mentions nowhere that, hey, this is to inform people or this is just for entertainment, Not that that would make much of a difference, because I think really sharing this information in the world in this context is bad. Regardless of entertainment or not, the only way it's appropriate to share how to break down individuals if it's done from the perspective of looking out for the red flags. You know what I mean? of seeing the obvious signs of manipulation and not allowing yourself to overlook them because you need someone. But hey, who gives a fuck about that? Because if we look at the manipulation playlist that he has, because he has accumulated all of this in a very nice, convenient place for us, if we just scroll through here, on all these videos, there's at least 4 million views, maybe 5 million views. I get it. Not all the individuals who consume content on the internet is the greatest people. But this is content that's geared towards incels and creeps and just bad people. And I think it's objectively a bad thing to share this out. What happened to the guy that just really overshared his sexual life? What happened to that guy? I missed that guy, because that was just entertainment. It didn't harm nobody. It was fun and games. Everyone was having a good time for the most part. I mean, it was pretty disgusting sometimes hearing how it is, because like, it's just a very visceral image, you know what I mean? And sometimes you just don't want to hear that. And it pops up on your For You page and you have no control over that. And you go, what the fuck is going on? I feel like there's a net positive that comes from that. But what is this? And again, I don't know if this dude's a bad person. I just don't know what the end goal is. What? You want attention online, so you share how to break people down? So for the context of this next one, the person that he is stitching is talking about how if you're in a situationship and you want to progress it into a relationship, how to like go about that, you know? How to go about changing your situationship to an actual committed relationship. That's a good sentiment. I'm sure a lot of people want to know how they could hope to navigate that, or want to know to just cut it off and end it completely. Let's see what this guy has to say in response to that.
Here's how you initiate a shift in a situationship.
Yeah, so here's how you stop them from initiating a shift in the situationship. If you're in a situation where they're on your roster and you're very comfortable with their role, but they want a promotion, you're going to need to listen to this video.
This is primarily geared towards men consuming this. So you have to think about the implications of, hey, how about we ignore what this woman said so we can keep on using these women for sex, when they's obviously showing us that that's not what they want out of this. They want something more. That's using someone. Because regardless of if they stick around or not, they've already made their intentions very clear. And me personally, if I was in that situation and I could not commit to them and they explicitly told me that they wanted to commit, the only moral thing to do is cut it off, even if they don't want that. Because guess what? Anything else would be taking advantage of their feelings for you so you can get your fucking nut off. And that's not cool. That's just not cool. And again, I don't think this guy is a bad guy. This is not a video where I was like, look at this bad person, let's shit on him. I just think this is a grand example of how people will do weird fucking things for clout. Because why? You want this to be your legacy. This digital footprint is a thing. Regardless of how you try and rebrand or whatever, things do stick. And if you get known as the guy that helps men manipulate women, I don't see how that bodes well for your future relationships. It just automatically makes you seem less trustworthy and like they can't trust you. Because how do they know that you ain't using the same things you was talking about? You know what I mean? I get it though. If this comes from the rush of having the attention that comes forward from the clicks, the likes, the engagement, I understand that. I have posted things online that I regret now because I wanted likes and engagement. I empathize with that if that's what this is. Hopefully it's nothing more. It's just likes and clicks and stuff. But I just think it shows that there is a huge audience for telling men how they can use women. And that's not a good thing. But anyways, if you like this video, leave a comment, subscribe, like, turn post notifications on, all of that. Click that video if you like this video. And yeah, just have a good day, okay? Bye-bye.